Well, what a world we live in, eh? Where everything seems to rise quicker than I would if I saw Catherine Jenkins naked. I mean, let's face it, energy bills have been on the rollercoaster ride for nearly 2 years now, as only fit and they've decided to play a little game of yo-yo with our wallets. I mean, who needs stability, of course, when you can have the financial thrill of your lifetime, right? And what's the New Year's resolution of our beloved energy bills? Yes, that's right, you guessed it, they're gonna go up again. It's like they had a meeting and decided, let's start the year off by making everyone's lives a bit more financially miserable. Because let's face it, in the midst of a cost of living crisis, our wallets are probably somewhere having a laugh at our expense, aren't they? Let's just delve a little bit into these juicy details, shall we? Apparently, annual energy bills for the average UK household are poised to rise by a cheeky £73 in January. What, you ask? Well, that's all thanks to those pesky wholesale energy prices, which seem to have taken a liking to the upward direction. Consultancy firm Cornwall Insight predicts that these bills could soar to a whopping £1,996, all neatly tucked under the official price cap set by the UK energy regulator Ofgem. But Dr. Craig Lowry, a principal consultant in the group, chimes in with a dash of dramatic flair. He tells us that although it's disappointing to see that the trend in energy bills falling over the past year seeming to stall, it's not wholly unexpected. Well, thanks very much, Dr. Lowry, for that enlightening revelation. It's almost like they're predicting the sun will rise in the east. Not exactly a groundbreaking revelation, is it? But the thing is, the price for a typical dual-fuel household is set to be £1,923 a year until December. That's down from £2,074 in the months from July to September. But don't drop the champagne just yet. It's still more than 50% higher than before Russia's invasion of Ukraine that apparently caused the global energy crisis. Standard charges have also ballooned from an average £186 a year in October 2021 to just over £300 a year. It's like the energy companies have decided to charge us rent for the privilege of having their services, isn't it? And of course, what does us public think about this? Well, a YouGov survey reveals that more than a third of British adults believe they'll struggle to pay energy bills this winter without help from the government. And therefore, of course, this is, if anything, kind of like a game of financial Jenga, and the tower is wobbling precariously. But fear not, don't worry, for there is a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A coalition of 140 organisations and MPs have called on Rishi Sunak, our unelected Prime Minister as I like to call him, to consider introducing a social tower for energy bills, a lifeline for those on low incomes. But will he do it? I've got a feeling he might not. But anyway, the article says that Chief Executive Jonathan Bailey said this means there should be no excuses for suppliers not to be doing all they can to support their customers this winter. And to reinforce this, we'll be introducing a customer code of conduct which we will be looking to have in place by the winter. Emily Seymour, Which Energy editor, said, even in this drop on prices from October, energy bills are significantly higher than they were before the energy crisis began, meaning some households will still struggle to afford their bill. And if you are concerned about struggling to pay your energy bills, there's apparently help available. Speak to your energy provider about a payment plan that you can afford and check to see if you qualify for any government schemes. They say we'd recommend that everyone without a smart meter takes a meter reading as soon as possible to make sure the energy company doesn't overcharge them for units used as the price drops. But also submitting meter readings on a regular basis is apparently a good idea, and make sure your bills are correct. And if that isn't bad enough, then in this video it seems like the police will soon be turning our cities into 1984 cities, if you know what I mean.